Hi, welcome to this short video on assessing and providing feedback to the team members on their performance of their various tasks in the team. So, what is the problem that we are trying to address here? So, we know that in a team there are people with various different roles. Not all of them will have some commonality in the tasks. So you cannot evaluate a person based on what the person has done, which is completely different from what another person has done. It's like what they say, comparing apples and oranges. Now, not everybody will have the same laborious work, right? Some people will have to work, will have to go to the field survey. Somebody has to go to some remote locations, whereas some others might have a nice AC room to work with, but they might be working day and night, um, all through night. And the other thing is that the extent of work need not be same every week. In some weeks or some months, some people will have more work. They might be putting overtime because the particular tasks that are needs to be achieved during that week, a few people have to contribute more than the others, but later they'll have less work and so on. So given that there is so many variations in this different roles, how do we assess whether people are doing things to their expected extent? But the fundamental philosophy that we have to keep in mind in all these things is that irrespective of the differences in roles, each role has a part to play. That's very important, without which the project does not succeed. It is like um, having a whole body and without a limb or without a particular sense and so on. So it is not possible to achieve the entire thing without one of these roles. So there is nothing like one of the roles is small or weak, and we cannot compare it with the others. So there are some generic principles by which we can assess this various contributions. So what are they? The first thing is attendance in meetings. So are the persons regular in meetings? Are they attending meetings regularly? So what is not expected is if somebody is consistently showing up late, maybe 1 or 2 days for some genuine reason they are late. But are they doing it late consistently? Maybe they are not serious. Or they are leaving early. Again, it's like for some reason for consistently leaving early. Or they take off giving some vague reasons of sickness, unusual number of them. So these are some things which are against regularity in the meetings, and this is very likely to affect the team performance. So anything that affects the team as a whole, but because of one person's poor attendance or not showing up, affects the can say that the person has done well or has not done well. Second is helpfulness. You cannot really quantify this helpfulness just as you would do for attendance, for example. But helpfulness is a feeling that all of us easily develop. So, if you work in a project, let's say for 6 months, and at the end of the project, if I come and ask you, who in this project helped you most in your role? So, of course, you had something to play, another person had something else to do, but who helped you the most in your role? So you'll probably be able to come up with 1 or 2 names. So how do you achieve that? How do you achieve uh, being named as a person who has helped others a lot? It's important that you first recognize that for the success of the project, there is a lot of interdependence. It is not going to project with multiple roles. It is not going to be because of just one person. It is going to succeed. It never happens that way. It's uh, uh, various members of the team are interdependent for success of the project. So this recognition is very important for the team to succeed. So how do you become helpful? First, try and offer help, okay, without over imposing yourself. Try to offer, because you would notice that when people are presenting their work in regular meetings, in daily stand-ups, or during the sprint review, they are facing some consistent problems. Although it may not be directly involved in your role, you might be able to help them. So offer to help, not just your friends, because somebody in your team is your friend and somebody you don't like. Just because you don't like somebody, um, you should not help them. You should definitely offer your help. And even if it's a small task, okay, you can politely offer help to, maybe in this week you are a little less loaded, but you can help others during this time because there somebody is overloaded. Maybe a later time, somebody else might help you. So when somebody offers a help, you appreciate and accept, try to accept the help, not blatantly refusing, but try to appreciate the help. Why? Because the fellowship, that is being fellows, if you want to call it brotherhood or sisterhood, that is very important. So when the team members recognize that there is this fellowship in working in a team as together as a team, it's important. So it is, just because you don't need help, you don't need to refuse it, but you can politely try to take some help from others. So this recognition of interdependence and fellowship is important for the team success. Then there's initiative. So what is the meaning of initiative? Initiative is trying to come up with a need, okay, identifying a need, and then taking steps to achieve it. So how do you identify a need? You need to communicate with people. So it is people who have some need or some problem. So unless you communicate with them regularly, and daily stand-ups is one option. Again, you might have private channels of communications as well, but do communicate with them. Maybe not just about the project, but about their family, their general well-being, and several things. So communicate with people, study people deeper, study various topics deeper. So by studying people and topics deeper, you will be able to see a need. So are you in a position to take steps to meet it? Okay. So do you have time? Do you have the resources to do that? So if you do it, if you have, you think you have, own up your tasks. Okay, don't think that something has been imposed on you to do it. So own up your tasks and try take steps to achieve it. And achieving, try to do it by excelling in what you have to do. So many things are given to you, some things you take your own initiative and find out, but whatever that you have taken to do, you try to excel in it. So that is easily visible to the team members, so they can see that you have taken initiative, you've seen the need and try to help people and so on. And lastly is the quality. So what do we mean by high quality work? Quality means taking care. Okay, so some of the questions that you might ask yourself: do you take deep care about the tasks that were given to you? Okay, do you pay attention to details, or you just do things because you have a deadline to meet and you do it? Is there something that uh, attaches you to the problem and think that you can excel in it by paying attention to details. So how do you know something is of a good quality? So for that, you look for similar works, what others have done, and see how they have come up with new and innovative ways to do it. Can you also do similar things to improve the experience? So that is how you look at quality, you judge quality, and then improve your own quality. Another thing you might want to ask yourself is, when you're at your work, are you really very closely engaged with it? Are you deeply involved in it? Or you get distracted and you start doing something else? So the engagement with work is naturally improves the quality, because you are in it and thinking about it for a long time. You know what works and what does not work, and you also try to improve the quality by yourself naturally. And finally, are you able to criticize your own work? And are you able to take criticism of your own work if somebody tells you that something is can be done better, or this was not done right? Are you able to take those criticisms? So if you are receptive to these things, your quality of your work will naturally improve. Thank you.